1946, motion picture projectionist was the highest paid industrial job in California.
It used to be one of the best jobs in the city.
If you're not showing it right, you're not doing it right, you've messed up the film. You've made it a disaster for the filmmaker.
In the World War II and the 40s, you had everybody in America going to movies every week. Total number of admissions in 1946 was 140 million people per week, which is approximately the number of people who lived in the United States then.
Really, what we're here to see is not the stuff running through the machine. We're here to see Fred Astaire dancing. We're here to listen to the music and to see the performance.
As long as we have archives, a projectionist is going to be an important part of that.
You know, so far I'm still getting enough entertainment out of providing entertainment that I still come in to do it.
Name's Steve Abbott. Profession is I'm a projectionist. Been a projectionist since 1991. It is an art form to be a projectionist. You know, with projectionists that, you know, they're not the most important, but they're important. You're part of the process to show or to exhibit the product, the film. They weren't the actor, they weren't the director, they didn't do the cut, they didn't do, you know, all that stuff. They spent how many millions of dollars? If you're not showing it right, you're not doing it right, you've messed up the film. You've made it a disaster for the filmmaker. And you're the last line. You're the one that's showing it, you know. That's what I missed of the golden age, I would consider it, you know.
My name is Fred Carter. I'm a professional motion picture projectionist. I've been a projectionist for over 32 or 34 years. I never had been a movie buff. Like some projectionists, they love movies, and when they're not working in theaters, they go see a movie.
My name is Lee Sanders. For about 40 years, I've been a motion picture film projectionist. In the 60s, everybody was one kind of a freak or another, and I was a film freak, which meant I had no drugs, no rock and roll, no sex, just film. Though that reminds me, I lost a girlfriend at a quadruple feature. She couldn't handle it.
Hi, my name is Paul Rayton. I'm a motion picture projectionist. From 1960 to 2013 would be 53 years.
Back in the old days, you didn't have any automation. The operator, he controlled the projector, he controlled the dimmer lights, he controlled the open and closing of the curtain.
In the good old days, we had lots of ways of enhancing the show and making it part of a theatrical experience. And of course, that was lost with the advent of the mega multiplex theater, where pretty much all those elements were automated. We could turn handles like this, and we'd operate the show like this, you know, bringing up the blue footlights and turning down the green stage lights, and then I'll pull the red here to get the light on the curtain and do this and that while we're closing the curtain, and then opening the curtain, and then bring it back and get the show going. Now we just push a button.
Always, when I ran those kind of booths that have those light dimmers and the curtains, I give them a performance. I open up the mask, and then I open the curtains, then bring down the lights. And once they see that, that just blows the customers away. So once they see that, they know the guy behind them, he knows what he's doing.
On the other hand, when you're working with or for a management who's less inclined to value any kind of aspect of showmanship, and they really want you to go out and sell popcorn instead, it's probably pretty deadening, and I doubt that people in that kind of position have much even time to take pride in their work. There's always an excitement whether you start a show, whether it's film or DVD.
Because once you go on screen, that's it. There's no going back. So you're live. What happens? You got a sold out audience, and you did something you weren't supposed to, and now you got to stop it. Now all that audience who was expecting the movie and a good presentation now sees your flub or and it doesn't make you look good.
And actually, there is a kind of pride you take in the fact that you can show as much of the film as possible without making the audience see some blank film.
I think projectionists, like any other profession, they just want to, do the best they can to show, because the filmmaker put a lot of heart and soul into that movie, the actors and stuff like that, and you're the final person to show that, so you got to do the best you can.
I have mixed emotions about the sort of impending demise of this little product that we know as motion picture film. It's truly a miraculous product, and I don't think it's overstating it to say that it's one of the major achievements of the industrial era, because I've taken this behind-the-scenes tour at Eastman Kodak Company to see how this stuff is made, and it's absolutely incredible, the degree of precision and of machinery and the immense support structure that's necessary to produce it in the extremely fine quality that we have now. It's a highly precise product.
The best argument for not having digital cinema is it's not archival. Everybody thought it would be. You just make a super duper Blu-ray disc and you've got the film, it's preserved forever. Unfortunately, every digital format will be obsolete in the time it takes you to invent something else. And I guess the example is videotape. When it was first invented in the 50s, there have been between 100 and 200 different formats for videotape. And a lot of those can't be played because there are no machines that play that version anymore.
Right now, really, they say for anything stored digitally, you can keep it for about 5 years, after which time you need to re-record it or copy it over to another drive of some sort, because of the evolution of the technology keeps changing and advancing. So what you did 5 years ago, you can probably recover, but if you wait 15 years, you might not be able to play it back.
I remember the older projectionist told me I'd never have to retire from this. I would always be able to do projection because it didn't involve physical labor, just knowing the equipment. So I just thought, that's great, I don't have to retire, I have no plans for the future, I'll always do this. It turns out management had different plans.
As the years went by, our union, the membership went down. People was losing their jobs.
It was kind of sad when places I worked at converted. I could see they were going to convert to get a digital projector, although sometimes they wouldn't even tell me. And it would just happen without telling me, and then the way I found out was they didn't call me. It's total disregard for my many years of loyal service. I guess they were just assuming that it would be too painful to actually talk to me about it. And now, supposedly, I'm not needed to run digital cinema because they can find anyone who can operate a computer, a laptop, and knows how to move a mouse, he can do it.
But, they call themselves projectionists. They're not projectionists. They just a button pusher. But if something happens, they panic. They want somebody, they call on you.
I miss all my friends in the union and those who've died. And although we are loners, we've gone to a lot of meetings over the years.
It was a shame. It used to be a really good job. And, I wake up in the morning, get myself ready, and get out here and go on to work, go down there and get ahead of time before showtime. And we'll sit around, talk, drink coffee, eat rolls.
But the fate of the projectionist has really been a problem for me and every other person. I always felt I was more lucky than most because I got the jobs. Even whether people thought I was good or not, I don't know, but I got jobs.
It was neat to be part of this era because you saw something before digital took over.
The whole idea of doing this at the beginning was, first of all, seeing movies. In addition to just seeing the film, I realized as I inspected and repaired this film, if I did this right, this film could be run forever and never be damaged. It just had to be run by someone like me who wouldn't make any dumb mistakes. And that was kind of exciting. It made me sense that a projectionist had some real value beyond just showing the movie.
We've enjoyed running movies over the years, and my nostalgia for it is, of course, we remember the grand events that we've done that were film only and will always be film only.
I love the job. I love the work. I could have went a little longer, but I hung in there the best I could, until it was over with.
We don't even know really whether people continue even going to movies. We think they will, because they need that communal experience of going out to where there's an audience and the experience of getting together and laughing together. But the world's evolving before our eyes. We watch teenagers now, young teenagers, they're communing with their friends, even though they're not even together. They're using their phones and doing things by tweets and things, and they feel they're together even though they're not. So will they continue to want to go out to a social experience, or will they migrate to other kinds of entertainment experiences? It's an interesting sociological question, what will happen to the desirability of going out to see an image projected as a collective experience.
All of filmmaking over the last 20 years became fully digital. And I thought the last thing would be projecting a film, because the cinematographer, the director want to see their movie on film. They'll make at least one print to show to their friends in Bel Air, and then I'd be the projectionist. This is my theory. I'd be the last projectionist, because somewhere someone would be making a film on film and they'd want me to show it. Anyway, if I'm going to be the last projectionist now, it's going to be have to do it with the computer.
Don't stop moving on. Oh, 'cause time ain't no good at waiting around. And oh, don't close your heart. Oh, while this life